Hey guys, it's the Reefing Texan with a video update. Trying to make it short and sweet. Not any big changes or any big additions, just a little few things here and there. Thought I'd share with y'all. As far as fish go, I think since the last video, the purple tang is new. And the only other new one is I put an Achilles tang in here, which is by far my favorite fish of all the tangs. There he is in there. The very first day I put him and the powder blue did not get along at all. The powder blue I thought for sure was going to kill him, but I let it go for a day, and then the next morning woke up and I sort of half expected to find him dead, but luckily they had worked out whatever differences they had, and now they live together as buds. So that was the only sign of aggression I'd seen from any fish that I'd put in here so far, was from the powder blue and the tang. I mean the Achilles tang, but you know, with them being the same genesis and everything and being so close to one another, it wasn't surprising. I was a little concerned when I picked up the Achilles that they may have an issue. And again, like I said, they did for a day, but they've worked it out, and now they swim next to each other and eat at the same time, and there's no issues. As far as coral goes, nothing new. It's all the same stuff. Just like I said, everything's looking very well. It's only been about 2 weeks, but everything's opening up real well. Some things even seem to be a little bigger just in the 2 weeks. So everything's looking pretty good. The 3 toadstools, which, if you can't tell, having 3 toadstools, obviously that's my, for as far as leathers go, that's probably my favorite leather, especially when they get growing, you know, big. I mean, 2-3 feet big, and how they take up a tank and move in the water. They're gorgeous. So that's why I went with 3 small ones, and I just sort of put them here in the middle. I just now moved them about a half an hour ago, so that's why they're all closed up and look bad. They just got done getting moved, so they're not happy right now. But we just moved those, and as far as everything else is, everything looks good. Everything's happy. Everything's open. Everything's eating. Seem to be. You know, corals is a little hard to tell which corals are eating and which ones are not, but I feed them reef roids at least twice a week. Try to keep them happy. There's the old blonde. He's getting big. There's the lieutenant tang. But as far as livestock, like I said, the only things I think were new since the last video was the Achilles and the purple tang. Everything else has been in here. No new coral. As far as equipment go, I finally added my second max spec gyree, so now we have 2 in here. I tend to favor these more than I do the Vortex. Not sure why. I think it's just personal preference, but I just like the movement you get, and I have them alternating. So, you know, right now the one on the left side here is not on, so the coral's not moving, but the one on the right is on, so then they alternate. Additional equipment. Finally got my Apex controller hooked up and running, and I just mounted it here on the front of the tank and ran it back there. I don't know if you can see, but the probes are there in the sump, and their cords run up and go to the back. Last video I talked about making a control board over here, and I still probably will, but was short of time this weekend, and I wanted to get all this stuff up off the floor and get the Apex hooked up and running. So I just, for now, just sort of throwing it all on the wall here. But it's all here. Everything I got is now officially finally hooked up and running. Well, I should say everything except the doser. I still have a bubble magnet dosing system I need to hook up, but I figure I won't start dosing until I start putting some stony corals in there. But the Apex was real important because You know, as you know from previous videos, I've run a combination T5s and LEDs, and of course the LEDs, they control themselves through EcoSmart Live and my iPhone. So I program them, charge them, they run off timers, and you know, they dust and dawn effect, moonlight effect, so you know, all that's automated. But the T5s, there was no automation. I had to come in here and turn them on when I wanted them on, so that's why I wanted the Apex. As you can see, I just got the Junior because I knew that the only thing I was going to really run was going to be the lights off of it. So I rewired the lights so that they would plug into the Apex Junior. So now the Apex runs the lights, turns them on when I want, turns them off when I want. So that was the main goal behind the Apex. That, and also I just love the Apex display. I like to be able to just take a glance and know what pH is, salinity, and then the temperature. So I can't think of I did clean it up down here as well when I put the Apex and everything on the wall. I sort of try to clean everything up a little bit as far as cords. It's still not as clean as I'd like it, but for now it's okay. Mounted the auto top off here on the sump. You know, everything, last video, everything was just sitting down in these empty spaces. So finally got it all tidied up a bit to where it's at least livable now. It doesn't repulse me when I look at it now, so that's good. But, my zoo frags, they're doing very, very well in the new tank. Mushrooms, I think they've got some growth on them as well. Oh, another new thing is decided to try the marine pure blocks. So I just for some added bacteria and everything, I put them in my sump as well. So I bought the 2x2 cubes instead of the plates. I could have got 3 plates in here with the dimensions, but I thought the cubes would probably work better for what I was wanting to do, because I still wanted to run filter socks for now. So I stacked 2x2 rows of the 2x2s in there, and then still run my filter socks as well for now. Quantum Nile skimmers finally broke in, running great. I just now snipped the tube, the drainage tube. I did have a bucket under here catching just any kind of overflow I may have, and I think it's finally tuned well enough and set well enough. I don't need the bucket anymore, so I've moved the bucket, snipped the tube, blocked it, so now it'll all stay in the collection cup. That way I can get it was sort of hard to get an idea how much skim mate I was getting with it going into a 5-gallon bucket. So now that I've removed the bucket, I'll be able to collect it in the collection cup and control it more, tune it in for wet or dry skim mate, and see how much it's collecting. So it's finally running on its own now. It doesn't have an emergency collection cup, the 5-gallon bucket anymore. Also installed a little LED light here for underneath the sump. I think I buy them at Lowe's. I think it was like $8 or something. But I think that's all that's really new. Just the last 2 weeks has just been sort of house cleaning, tidying up things, installing the last bit of stuff. I can tell my boys are hungry. Anytime I get near the tank, they all come up front. They're ready. They think they know me now. After spending as much time around this tank as I have installing stuff and getting stuff organized, now I walk up to it and they all come to the front ready to eat. So I better feed them. But appreciate the subscribers I've gotten over the last couple of weeks, and the likes and the comments. Continue to do that, and I'll continue to put out videos. I think next couple of videos will be reviews on the equipment underneath. Since it's been running about a month now, I think I can give you some pretty good reviews on the biopellet reactor and the skimmer and auto top-off system and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'll throw out some videos on that equipment here in the next week or so. But appreciate you watching. Happy reefing, and y'all take care.